Good evening, everybody. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV coming to you with breaking news. Multiple people have been killed and injured after a car drove into a crowd at a Vancouver Filipino street festival in Vancouver, Canada. That is, police have confirmed multiple dead, multiple injured. A driver is in custody. We don't know if this is a car attack or not. But we do know that multiple are dead and injured after a car drove into a crowd tonight at a Vancouver street festival. It is a Filipino street festival. Now, the police have not confirmed that, but everything I've seen online suggests that this happened. Well, and I can see the address that the police said. There was a Filipino street festival going on there called the Lapu Day Block Party. The Lapu Day Block Party. And that is a celebration of Filipino culture that was going on today or tonight. And that's the address where the police said it happened, which is 41st and Fraser, is part of where that block party was happening. So again, I don't know. We don't know if this is an intentional thing or just an accident. And if it's some kind of targeted attack, waiting to hear more. But I'll let you know what we know, and we'll give you some updates here. Certainly, thoughts with everybody in Vancouver impacted by this terrible incident. You can see right here, the Vancouver police said a number of people have been killed and multiple others are injured after a driver drove into a crowd at a street festival at East 41st Avenue and Fraser shortly after 8 p.m. tonight. The driver is in custody. We will provide more information as the investigation unfolds. This happened about 2 hours ago because current time in Vancouver is 10:05 p.m. So this happened about 2 hours ago. Okay. Give me a moment here. This is in British Columbia, Canada. This is in Canada where this happened. There are videos floating around that I cannot show, that are floating around on social media that show victims on the ground after the incident. I have seen videos, again, I cannot show bodies on the ground after the incident, even if I had the rights to the videos, which I don't. I can't tell you how many people were killed and injured, but what you can see is there's a picture which has people blurred out that B&O News posted that I will post. I already reposted on my X account, and I'll post a link to it in the chat. And you can see that there are what looks like food trucks on either side of the street, maybe food and also festival trucks lined up on this street on both sides of the street, and there are victims in the middle of the street. Again, this was a street festival celebrating Filipino culture going on tonight in South Vancouver, in British Columbia. Multiple people have been killed and injured. I don't know. Driver's in custody. Also, there's a new video I just saw posted. Let me see here. What's this here? Which is, I cannot show the bodies, but I'll post a link here. Yeah, a number of people on the ground in this video. AZ Intel reposted it from Insider Wire. I don't know who originally posted the video. I can't show it. I just put a link to it in the chat. Let me just, I'm peeking at this video here to get a sense of that somebody is walking down the street with a camera, and you definitely see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, there's a number of people on the ground. I'm just skimming through it here. I mean, if you told me in this video I just saw about a dozen people on the ground, if not more, I'd believe you. So it's very concerning. Very, very concerning. It does look like a significant number of people got hit. Hold on a second here. So, okay, we will keep bringing you, hold on a second here. We will keep bringing you updates here. Some people said there's an issue with the stream. I'm watching the stream right now. I'm literally looking at the stream on YouTube and it's totally fine. So I'm sorry if it's not working for you. Maybe try refreshing the stream. But I'm literally looking at the stream and it's playing fine on my computer in 1080p. Let me try to get some information from some Canadian outlets. I'm also going to post something in the chat saying for some videos, please see Steve's X account. And I'll just post a link because I've been reposting some videos that I can't show on the air on my X account. So if you want to, you can go over there and look at them. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I will pin that comment. Mods, if you can pin that, if I haven't pinned it already, that would be good so people know they can go there if they want. I mean, some of the videos are graphic, so please be warned. You might not want to look at the videos. All right, give me one moment here. Hang on. There. Okay. Thank you to our moderators who are here. We have Kay Body is moderating. Thank you, Kay. And also Good Luck Duck, Matthew Kohai 3, and Sarah. Yeah, UV says some of the videos are raw and hard to watch. Yeah, and again, I can't show them on the air anyway. But yeah, I would just be careful with the videos because some of them are quite graphic. Also thanks Linda Belk, Misha, and Larry who moderate for us on X. And also thank you to our Facebook moderators as well. Hang on a moment, please. Margaret Riley is over there moderating. Thank you, Margaret. Christina Neal as well. The suspect has not been identified. There is a suspect in custody. We're waiting to get more reliable information. This, again, happened about 2 hours, around 8 p.m. local time, a little over 2 hours ago. And this festival is called the Lapu Lapu Day Block Party. It is a street festival in South Vancouver. The location, and it's interesting, the festival was just ending because I am looking right now at the website for the festival, and it says time of festival 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And around 8 p.m. is when this happened. And the location of the festival is Sunset on Fraser. So it's basically, it's Fraser from 41st to 49th, and in the back parking lots of Fraser, west of Fraser Street. What I'll show you here is, hang on a moment here. I'll show you where the festival was according to the website. Fraser and then that area above it. Fraser Street. So, hang on. So here's a map from Google Maps. And if you give me a second, I'll pull it up. So here's Fraser Street. We're talking about 41st to 48th. There's 41st. So the map I saw said that it was going from 41st to 49th. 41st to 49th. Okay. Fraser. Oh, but actually it says Sunset on Fraser. In the back lots west of Fraser Street, on the back lots west of Fraser Street. So I'm going to show you this I'm going to show you this from the website. This is from the festival website. Okay, it says date and time, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. This is from LapuLapuDay.com. LapuLapuDay.com. And I'm just showing you the map. This is their map. It says location, Sunset on Fraser in South Vancouver, British Columbia. John Oliver Secondary, East 41st Ave, which is right up here. John Oliver Secondary to East 49th Avenue in the back parking lots west of Fraser Street. So right here. So if we go to Google Maps, we can see that it's right here. It's here. It's right in here. There's parking lots that run behind Fraser Street. So there's the elementary, there's a school here. So it goes right through here. Right through here. You see the parking lots that go through? It's like 8 blocks of parking lots. So that is where the festival was being held. I assume when you see those videos, that that's where it is. It's not even, but it's parking lots. It's not even like a major street. This is Vancouver, Canada. Somebody said it happened by the school fence. Well, let me look here, but I'm going to look again. I can't show the videos, but if I look again, maybe I can see something. Yes, I'm seeing a fence. Yes, there's clearly a fence with a field behind it. Yes, you're right about that. There's a fence with a field behind it on one side of where the cars are lined up. So maybe if we go back to the website, maybe right up here, somewhere close to the school up here, maybe on Fraser Street, I don't know, or 43rd Ave. But I don't see down here a fence next to a green area. So looks like maybe somewhere up top there. By the school, someone said. Again, just to show you the map, we're talking about this area in here. I have no information on who the driver was. Derek says it happened in the food truck section of the festival, not where the stage was. Could have been worse. Certainly in the videos I've seen, you see 2 lines of food trucks on either side of the street and victims in between the 2 lines of the food trucks. LGTV says absolutely brutal videos. Yes, just terrible. Hold on a second here. Faytux Network found a post from Jagmeet Singh, leader of Canada's New Democratic Party, who posted, Jagmeet Singh said, I am horrified to learn of an incident at Vancouver's Lapu Day celebrations that injured and killed innocent people. As we wait to learn more, our thoughts are with the victims and their families and Vancouver's Filipino community who were coming together today to celebrate resilience. I believe I saw some footage on some Reddit, some pictures on some Reddit threads that supposedly showed the car. Now, I can't confirm that was the car, but maybe I'll see if I can find those again, but I can't confirm what it was. But let's see here. Hang on. Yeah, somebody said a black SUV. I saw a black car in some of the photos and videos. I can't show it, but that is, I have seen, it looks like maybe a small SUV, if it's an SUV. Not a big truck. Yes, one of the videos I actually reposted, I'm looking at it again, shows what appears to be a black, maybe a small SUV. I'm not sure. And in the videos I've seen of this car or small SUV, the front of it is just mashed. And it's it's like a black compact SUV, as our viewer Sadistic Angel said. Yes. So, again, I just want to point out, this is a festival. This was not, if you look at the map here, so the festival was going on in Vancouver, Canada, and in the area of, where's Fraser? Up here's Fraser. Yeah, so in this area here, where I'm pointing, my pointer is, right around, in between Fraser, 43rd, St. George, and 41st, and then this down about 8 blocks of this parking lot area here. But I don't know which street it happened on. You do see a fence with green behind it, so I'm thinking maybe one of these streets up here, up here. Fraser or 43rd, maybe, I'm not sure. But my point is I don't know how the traffic was set up. So I can't really say, is this someplace, the way it was set up, that you'd never expect a car to just speed through, right? Or is it like, is there some intersection where if you just were driving really fast and you were out of control, you could just plow through there? So some of you probably know this. I don't know this area. So I can't say whether it's like, oh my gosh, nobody would ever even go down that street. Again, we don't know, was this a targeted attack? Was this somebody who was a drunk driver? Was there a mechanical issue? Was there a health issue, a mental health issue, a physical health issue? I have no idea. We don't know any information about the person in custody and why this happened right now. We just do not know. You can reach out to me at Lookner. Oh, Faytux Network said they geolocated it. Hang on a second. All right, hang on a moment here. Faytux Network sent me a geolocation where they said this is where it happened. They said it was around 43rd Fraser, near 43rd near Fraser. they said. Let me just see what they're talking about here, if you give me a second. Okay, so they're saying it happened here. Now they're saying, yes, okay. I think we have found a location of one of the videos. Thank you to Faytuck's Network. I believe that one of the videos I saw is right here. Sorry. Because what you see is there's a fence right here. There's a fence here. And then on the other side, as Faytuck's Network pointed out, you see one of the houses, a blue house, you can see in a video. So that does seem to match the video. And if what we'd be talking about is on 43rd Street, where the north side of the street has a fence and then you're looking into a field, that does appear to match the video, one of the videos I saw. So again, if you're looking on a map, 43rd Street, 43rd Ave, and right here, let me just make sure, is that, yeah, I mean, I put in the coordinates here. 43rd Ave, right near to the west of Fraser, near these parking lots here. The school, there's a secondary school here. I don't know how much of this is the school, but yeah, maybe this yard belongs to the school. I don't know. But this is where part of the festival was going on. So thank you to Faytuck's Network for giving that information. Again, this was a street festival celebrating Filipino culture in Vancouver, Canada. We know multiple people are dead and injured. We do not know how many people are dead and injured. We also don't know who the driver is who is in custody and why this happened. Now, someone sent me a video purporting to show the driver. That it's not a confirmed video. I'm not going to start identifying people or showing suspects when I don't have it from a reliable source. I'm just looking. A bunch of people are sending me stuff too. Yeah, and some really bad videos. Again, I cannot play these videos on the air, but I'm trying to be aware of them to be able to see more about what's going on. But you have food trucks on both sides of this street, which I believe is 43rd Ave, to the west of Fraser, and you have multiple people in the street lying on the ground. I'm just trying to get a feeling for numbers as bad as that. It's really terrible. Some of these videos are quite graphic, and just trying to get video for how long it goes on for. Somebody's walking down the street and with the video, shooting video and just showing people on the ground, and it kind of keeps going. but I don't have a good sense of the total number of people. It's just terrible. Yeah, and I would be careful of purported video. I would be careful of purported video of a suspect. There's no confirmed video of a suspect. So, man, I'm looking. I just saw another video. There's another video, very graphic. Very graphic. Wow, just terrible. I just saw a video which was like the worst one I've seen. It's really bad. Looks like, if you told me that I just saw like 7 or 8 lifeless people, that was around that number. I don't know for sure. Maybe some of them survived. I'm not going to start going and counting, but that was the most graphic one I've seen. Not good. Not good. Really terrible. Really terrible. But it's the one I just saw was the most graphic I have seen. You know, is the driver from the area? Does the driver have any connection to this festival? Does the driver know people who are at the festival? Did the driver attend the festival? We know nothing about the driver right now. Oh, hold on a second here. You know, the Canadian election, the national election in Canada, is coming up on, well, it's been going on, but it's on Monday. Monday is election day. Monday, and I don't know that this would affect that at all, but that is Monday. Hang on one second here. One of our viewers just mentioned that, give me one second here. Pierre Poilievre, who is the conservative candidate to be Prime Minister of Canada, posted. And he said, thanks to the viewer for mentioning this, he said, I am shocked at the horrific news emerging from Vancouver's Lapu Day Festival tonight. My thoughts are with the Filipino community and all the victims targeted by the senseless attack. Now, he's calling it attack. That has not been confirmed by authorities yet. He says, thank you to the first responders who were at the scene as we wait to hear more. You know, sometimes incidents like this are not attacks. I remember a number of years ago, there was an incident in Santa Monica, California. I believe at a farmer's market. Yeah, there's actually an article about it on Wikipedia. The Santa Monica farmer's market crash. And that was where an 86-year-old man drove a car through... plowed through a farmer's market, traveling nearly 1,000 feet at speeds between 40 and 60 miles an hour, killed 10 people, injured 70, and he said he had accidentally placed his foot on the accelerator pedal instead of the brake and then tried to brake but could not stop. Anyways, I've never heard that this was intentional. My understanding was that, but I don't, you know, the DA in that case, I believe, I see an article that the DA recommended he be charged with manslaughter. Anyways, but sometimes, my memory of that was I thought that was an unintentional incident, but I'm not an expert on that incident, so I don't know if that ever was clarified. But without getting too far into that, my point is just that we don't know if this was intentional or not right now. Okay. All right, trying to get more updates. If you're hearing more, give me a shout on X at Lookner. Just to summarize what happened here, this was the Lapu Day Block Party, which is a street festival celebrating Filipino culture in Vancouver, Canada, in South Vancouver. Takes up a number of blocks, and they have events on the street. A car, which according to video looks like a black, maybe a compact SUV, went right through a crowd at the festival and has killed and injured multiple people. The driver's in custody. We don't have information on the driver. There are very graphic videos showing multiple people who look like they're dead and injured. It looks like the car, because I'm looking at one of the videos right now, is an Audi compact SUV. The video I just saw appeared to show an Audi. Are other people seeing that as well? Because the one I'm looking at right now shows the car in the middle of the street. But am I wrong? Is that the right car or not? There's a car in the middle of the street. Yes, people are saying yes. The one I'm looking at shows what appears to be a black Audi. And some of the videos show it with like a totally mashed up front. And police say that, again, we don't, the only official statement I've seen on this so far from the police is there's not that much information. The Vancouver, Canada police said a number of people have been killed and a number of people have been killed and multiple others are injured after a driver drove into a crowd at a street festival at East 41st Avenue in Fraser shortly after 8 p.m. tonight. The driver's in custody. We will provide more information as the investigation unfolds. I have been reposting some videos on my X account. I cannot show them here. They are too graphic, and also I don't have the rights to them. But I would not show them anyway because they're too graphic. But if you do want to see some of those videos, I would certainly advise. I would advise you before watching them to, be aware that a lot of them are very graphic. But if you do want to see any of them, we have pinned the link to my X account in the chat rooms and at the top, and I have reposted videos, and you can see the original post where whoever posted it on my X account. But I can't and I don't want to show those. But if I have stuff that I can show and is appropriate to show, I will show it to you. Okay, I'm trying to take some comments here, and people are sending me updates. I do appreciate that. And I am trying to check for updates. Oh, there's a couple other things I wanted to check. Give me a moment here. I don't have any kind of number of casualties. All I can tell you is there's videos floating around with a number of people who are clearly dead or injured. I don't have numbers for you. Someone asked about a press conference. I have not. B&O News said there's going to be a press conference at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. B&O News just posted press conference at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, which is an hour and 20 minutes from now. There's not that much information on this right now, aside from, I mean, in terms of, there's videos floating around. There's some posts on unconfirmed posts from people on social media who have heard things and seen things, but not a lot of, reporting on this at the moment with certainly not a lot of official information on this right now. Maybe I'll get the ticker up so I can have that information up for you guys. This happened around 8 p.m., just after 8 p.m., about 2.5 hours ago. Here is a post from the Vancouver mayor. The Vancouver mayor of Vancouver, Ken Sim, says, "I am shocked and deeply saddened by the horrific incident at today's Lapu Day event. We will work to provide more information as soon as we can, but at this time, Vancouver police have confirmed there are a number of fatalities and multiple injuries. Our thoughts are with all those affected and with Vancouver's Filipino community during this incredibly difficult time." Let me put up on the screen. Hang on a second here. Multiple people have been killed and injured after a vehicle drove through a crowd at a street festival in Vancouver, Canada. And the post from police said, a driver is in custody. The driver is in custody. It is clear if this was an intentional act. The festival was the Lapu Day Block Party, a Filipino street festival. Street festival celebrating Filipino culture, from what I understand. A press conference will reportedly be held at 3 a.m. ET, 12 midnight PT. The incident happened shortly after 8 p.m. PT, local time. Okay, I am putting this up on the screen, this ticker, so people can have that up there. Oops, let me just do this. For some reason, it is not showing. I need to fix that so it actually works. Can I fix this for you? Let's see. Hang on. That might not work. Let me try this one other way. For some reason, the ticker is not popping up. Let me just try it again. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Why can't I do this? Let's see. I almost had it. Let's see, is this going to work? There it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, I know that that is the wrong... That's obviously not the correct thing that you're seeing right there. So what I need to do is find that and replace that. Why are you seeing that? There, I fixed it. There it is. It has been fixed. The ticker is working. Wonderful. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Here it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, I just saw something else. Thanks. I saw there. I'm hoping that we can have video from the press conference. I don't have any video I can show you at the moment. Oh, I just saw something from the Daily Hive Vancouver, which is a news site about Vancouver. Simran Singh, who is with the Daily Hive Vancouver, said that the police will be addressing media tonight around midnight local time. According to a media advisory, statement refers to the incident as mass casualty. Can I get that statement? I'm not surprising they would use that language, given the number of people we have seen in the videos. Give me one moment. I'm trying to see if I can track down that statement from the police. Anyway, supposedly that was a statement sent to media that said the press conference was going to be at, yeah. I mean, being, BNO News mentioned it, and also another and a local news outlet mentioned it. So that's my assumption as to when the press conference will be, is around midnight local time. Yeah, it's interesting. One of our viewers mentioned this. I just saw this in Global News reported that the leader of that Jagmeet Singh, who is the leader of Canada's New Democratic Party, a prominent politician there in Canada, he was actually at the festival earlier in the evening. But one of our viewers said he wasn't there. Global News said he was at, I'm literally looking at an article from Canada's Global News that said Jagmeet Singh was at the festival earlier in the evening. So some of our viewers are saying he was at one in Ontario, not British Columbia. So I guess maybe it's possible that the Global News just got it wrong, because I'm literally looking at, the Global News is a major news outlet in Canada, and it literally says in the article, Jagmeet Singh, who was at the festival earlier in the evening. Yeah, I just saw right here. CTV has a video of Jagmeet Singh, the politician, in saying, and Judy Trin from CTV posted, Jagmeet Singh is visibly shaken after finding out minutes after he left the festival, someone drove a vehicle through the site. But one of the viewers said, according to CBC, he wasn't there. So I don't know. I haven't listened to him talking. Hold on a moment here. Anyways, a couple of major Canadian outlets are saying he was there. Thanks, Faytux Network, for mentioning that. Breaking news. I have an update from the Vancouver Sun for you. I have an update from the Vancouver Sun. Okay. Hang on, where is this? Give me a moment. The Vancouver Sun, in their article about this, is reporting the driver of the SUV was telling bystanders he was sorry. Sources say he appears to have been suffering from mental health issues. Again, the Vancouver Sun says that the driver who was taken into custody was telling bystanders he was sorry. Sources say he appears to have been suffering from mental health issues. That's all I can. I don't know anything about it. I can't confirm that. I don't know anything more about it, but that's what they're reporting. What is this? Hold on a second here. There's an interesting report also. Councillor Pete Fry, who is a city councillor in Vancouver, told the Vancouver Sun that actually two city councillors told the Vancouver Sun that normally the city parks dump trucks to block streets for city festivals, and that didn't happen today. Which is interesting. The Vancouver Sun says two city councillors hold on. Told them the city normally the city parks dump trucks to block streets for city festivals. That didn't happen today. Shaggy Stern says, prayers for the victims. Yes, certainly thoughts with everyone impacted by this. A number of people have been killed. It's just terrible. We don't know how many. Condolences to their families and thoughts with all of those injured and everybody in the community impacted. This again happened at the Lapu Day Block Party, which is a festival, a Filipino festival, a festival celebrating Filipino culture where they have... it's a street festival. I know a number of you have seen some of the graphic videos. They're just terrible, but there's a number of videos showing a street with food trucks and maybe activity trucks parked on both sides of the street, and then you see people on the ground in the middle of the street who were just hit by this car, and you see this black, it looks like a black Audi SUV that has the front just completely damaged, which apparently is the car that did it. One of our viewers mentioned 43rd Street. From different videos, it appears, well, the videos I've seen, and our viewer, Faytux Network, thanks for help with the geolocation. Here is Vancouver. Here. Oops. If we're going into Vancouver, Vancouver. And we're talking about right here at 43rd Ave, west of Fraser, there's a fence right here, and some of the videos look like you appear to be able to identify that this is where it happened, that there were cars on both sides of this street, 43rd Ave, and you can see people in the middle of that street, dead and injured, it looks like in the videos. But that's the area. I don't know if I can do this. Oh, there we go, right there. Okay, so, but that's what it looks like. I mean, it's a residential area. Again, the update from police is supposed to happen in about an hour. Oh, I have a comment, I think, from the premier, the head government official in British Columbia. Yes, here it is. David Eby, the premier, if I'm saying that right, of British Columbia. He said, shocked and heartbroken to hear of the lives lost and those injured at the Lapu Festival. Police are investigating and a suspect is in custody. We are in contact with the city of Vancouver and will provide any support needed. My thoughts are with the victims and their loved ones. Derek Henderson, our viewer, says, sad times in Canada. Thank you again to our moderators who are here. I very much appreciate it. We have moderating Janet B. Thank you, Janet. And also Kay Lowry Body, Christina Neal, Margaret Riley. Hang on a second here. Oops. Hold on one moment. Give me one moment. Over there on Twitch, David Green, Good Luck Duck, Matthew Kohai 3, and Sarah. On X, Linda Belk, Larry, and Misha. Thanks to all of our moderators. Also, thank you to Pam Kanegi over there on Facebook. And also, hang on a moment here. Thank you to Walter Beasley, Sundial Rob, Brianne, Red Redenter Bab, and Inhalation Aerosols, Peasy Papazulu, who says, how do they not block the streets? Again, a couple city councilors told the Vancouver Sun, usually they do, but for whatever reason they didn't for this one. Mr. Captain Snacks, Ken Lance, Lorraine Meal, Corn from Canada. Crypto King 62 Midnight, Tallulah Abel, Shraggy Stern, Vegas Gem, Mr. Captain Snacks, and also Vegas Gem said he sent me the video, which I don't have the rights to, of the purported driver saying he's sorry. I'll see if I can find it so I can at least look at it and maybe repost it so you guys can see it. Some of you have probably already seen it. Oh, hold on a second. I think there's an update here. Hang on. Where is that coming from? Give me a moment here. Hold on, now I'm getting this. Where is that coming from? That information. So BNO News says as many as 8 dead, 6 critical after driver plows SUV into Vancouver Street Festival, according to Global BC citing sources, not yet confirmed by police. Now, I have not... Oh, I got it. I found it right here. I found the post. Okay. This is from Catherine Urquhart. Catherine Urquhart, thanks to BNO News and AZ Intel for pointing this out, and some viewers mentioned this to me. Thank you. Catherine Urquhart, who is with Global BC, that's a major news outlet in Canada. She posted about 12 minutes ago saying sources are indicating that 8 are dead, including a child, and 6 are in critical condition. She said this is a developing situation and the numbers could change. So I'm going to update the ticker here. One report from Global BC, specifically Catherine Urquhart, says 8 are dead and 6 in critical condition, but those numbers are unconfirmed. Yeah, and I cannot steal other outlets' news feeds. Can only use what I have the rights to use. Give me one moment. Zephyr says the videos make it look so much worse than 6 and 8. Well, those numbers might not be correct. Also, there might be other people who are injured not mentioned in those numbers. So, again, I'm just going to read you this report again from Catherine Urquhart, who is with Global BC, who says sources are indicating that 8 are dead, including a child, and 6 are in critical condition. She says this is a developing situation and the numbers could change. Oh, and I was just thinking, Mark Carney, has he released a statement yet? AZ Intel saw that he had. Yes, Mark Carney just posted, the current Prime Minister of Canada. He says, I am devastated to hear about the horrific events at the Lapu Festival in Vancouver earlier this evening. I offer my deepest condolences to the loved ones of those killed and injured, to the Filipino Canadian community, and to everyone in Vancouver. We are all mourning with you. We are monitoring the situation closely and thankful to our first responders for their swift action. Remember, the Canadian election, national election, is coming up on Monday. I believe people have been already voting, some people, but election day is Monday. I don't know that this would interfere with the scheduling. I mean, it'd be obviously a very big deal to reschedule that, but it does come very close to that election. Canadian 360 says, I am there in Vancouver. I am right down the road. My prayers. Oh, uh, thanks to Brandon Pickard, who mentioned that British Columbia Emergency Health Services posted saying, as we respond to this incident, there may be some delays in response for lower acuity calls. They said they have added some more paramedics and ambulances and other vehicles to address call volumes because I guess a bunch of their ambulances obviously were over there dealing with this. Yeah, so Michael from BNO News sent me the media advisory from the police, which does say that the police update will be happening at midnight at 41st and Fraser Street. So police will be in the area of the incident giving an update in about 50 minutes, 50 minutes. Brighton writes to me and says, I've lived in the city for nearly 3 decades and stuff like this never happens. People are traumatized, but the rarity of this is so insane that people are paradoxically confused at the same time. That's what our viewer Brighton says. Now, I don't live in Vancouver, so I am not as familiar with it. That's what our viewer Brighton wrote in. To repeat, the Vancouver Sun says that, oh, hold on a second here. Couple things. The Vancouver Sun said that the driver was taken into custody and was telling bystanders he was sorry. The Vancouver Sun said sources say the driver appears to have been suffering from mental health issues. It's very interesting. The Vancouver Sun talked to a witness who said that the driver actually sped up before driving down 43rd Avenue, which a number of you have seen these videos, which had food trucks on both sides of the street. Oh, I guess the person they talked to, the Vancouver Sun, had a food truck. Also, this witness said the man being arrested was telling bystanders to stop filming him, according to the Vancouver Sun. Wow. I'm going to post a link to that article. On my X account. You can go see the whole thing the person wrote. Hang on a moment here. The person said, sorry. But the festival was supposed to be over. It was ending. I mean, the festival was 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. This happened shortly after 8 p.m. But there were still people there hanging out. Yeah, some people, I haven't seen the video where the person is supposedly talking. The sports card collector says, why didn't he, if it's an accident and mental illness related, why didn't he slow down? I do not know what was going on in the person's head. A lot of questions, obviously. Tyler Cooper, our viewer, says, I live in Vancouver in the festival industry. Absolutely heartbreaking. I wasn't at the event, but crossed Fraser at 49th about 15 minutes before the incident. Tyler Cooper says, I can confirm the city does park dump trucks blocking roads during certain festivals. He thinks maybe it costs the festival organizer a bunch to do that. I'm not sure. Tyler says there's supposed to be a 10-kilometer marathon in downtown Vancouver tomorrow. He says, I wonder if that will happen. Thank you, Tyler, for writing in from Vancouver. Oh, hold on. I'm just looking here. Some of you have seen this. I guess there's a video supposedly of the person being taken into custody. Let me just check this out. Hold on a second here. I can't play it on the air. Give me a second. Let me just at least listen to it myself. So there is a video which is floating around. I don't know if this is the person taken into custody. And it shows a man who looks like he's maybe in his 20s or 30s. I don't know. And people yelling at him. And he's saying, I'm sorry. I don't know if that's the person who was taken into custody. Thanks to people who have sent me the video. Again, I can't show it, and I don't know if that's the person. But I've seen it floating around. Well, we'll hear from police in about 45 minutes. Right. People keep asking this, even though I have it in the ticker. So I'll do this. And I'll put it up there. It was Vancouver, Canada. Yeah, it literally says in the red ticker, Vancouver, Canada. But I put it in the headline because people keep complaining about it. Breaking update from Catherine Urquhart, who is with Global BC. Update. News update. Is this working or not? Hold on a moment here. I was trying to use my news update graphic. Well, I'm not going to use it right now. Well, let me take 1 second, see if it works. Try this again. Well, I'll fix it later. Anyways, the more important thing is the update. Catherine Urquhart says she is with Global BC, a news outlet in Canada and British Columbia. She says, I am told the suspect has a history of mental health challenges. Again, Global BC reporter Catherine Urquhart is reporting, I am told the suspect has a history of mental health challenges. Oops, sorry, that wasn't supposed to happen. She is the same reporter who said about half an hour ago, sources are indicating that 8 are dead, including a child, and 6 are in critical condition. This is a developing situation and the numbers could change. Oh, this is interesting. Um, Thanks, Brandon Pickard, for mentioning that. Let me just try to confirm this report. Where is that at? So one of our viewers sent me this from the Van City News. Oh no, that's not. That's a person. There's an account, Van City News One, which is saying that's just a person though. So anyways, but they're saying that Global News said something, but I haven't seen it from Global News myself. So I'm going to hold off until I see that actually posted somewhere by Global News. 2:20 a.m. Eastern Time, 11:20 p.m. local time. In 40 minutes, there will be an update from the police. We are waiting to get more information. If I get you any more information beforehand, I will certainly let you know. And I'm checking some different outlets to see what they are reporting, checking some Canadian updates. CBC says this was the second annual streets. This was the second year they had this. It was a Filipino a Filipino festival, a celebration of Filipino culture, so to speak. I saw it described that way. Lapu Lapu Day Block Party. You can give me a shout on X if you're hearing updates at Lookner. As I mentioned, there are a number of graphic videos, very graphic, difficult to watch, showing people on the ground, looks like dead and injured, on the street where there are food trucks on either side of the street, which appears to be 43rd Avenue. Here is where we're talking about. 43rd Avenue, right here, to the west of Fraser Street. This is a residential area. There's a school up here, and it appears that at least some of the videos are from this street right here. And I think one of the stories I mentioned, I read from, I think the Vancouver Sun Witness at 43rd Avenue, didn't they? Yes. A witness told the Vancouver Sun that the trucks, that the vehicle, which looks like a compact SUV maybe, sped up before driving down 43rd Avenue. So again, 43rd Avenue is here. And there are, if you look at the videos, I'm not saying you should because they're graphic, a lot of them, but there are food trucks parked on either side of the street. But that's the street. Yeah, Real Sportsman said that the car was in front of the blue house. I think that's what Faytuck's network had said, right here. So I guess if he came from the high school direction, that he would be, he would have gone up this whole block here. because the high, or I don't know if it's a high school, secondary school's up here. Yeah, so maybe he went down the whole block. Because a witness said he went through the whole block. Came from the direction of the high school and then went down the whole block. Breaking news. Catherine Urquhart, if I'm pronouncing that right, from Global BC reports the suspect may have had interaction with police as recently as yesterday, according to a police source. Catherine Urquhart says the suspect has a history of mental health challenges and he may have had interaction with police as recently as yesterday. According to Global News' Catherine Urquhart. Some people are saying it's Urquhart. I'll go with that because a number of people have said it's Urquhart. Anyways, she just posted that. Charlana, our viewer, says, why was he allowed to drive? I don't know the specifics. If it's true he had mental health challenges, that's a fair question, but I don't know the specifics. We'll have to see if police say anything about this coming up in about 34 minutes. I would assume police know who the person is, since they've been in custody for hours. We don't have any kind of name yet identifying the person. Brighton says, as someone who used to live near Fraser in 32nd, this incident isn't just rare, it's shocking because it happened around Fraser and 40th, an area we know well. Always safe day or night, says Brighton. You know, there's no evidence. There's no reporting so far that suggests this was some sort of targeted attack on the Filipino community. I don't know what happened, but this was a Filipino street festival. But I have not heard any reporting yet saying that this was some sort of targeted attack on the community, on the festival. We just don't know. I don't know where this person is. Is the person a local person? Does he live around there? It's also, remember the timing. It's kind of, it's the official time of the festival was 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. The festival was, I believe one of the witnesses said the last performer had just performed or something, but people were still hanging out there. But it was not the middle of the festival. The website for the festival says 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and this happened shortly after 8 p.m. Now, Evie Shore says people from all persuasions attend these festivals. Yes, I'm not saying it was exclusively Filipino people at the festival. But I don't know, someone might wonder, was it some sort of targeted attack on the festival, on the idea behind it? We haven't heard that at this point, but I can't say. To repeat, Catherine Urquhart, a reporter with Global BC, says suspect She says, I'm told the suspect has a history of mental health challenges, and she also says suspect may have had interaction with police as recently as yesterday, according to a police source. Okay, we may have some video soon, maybe. And I'm hoping that we get the press conference video of that. I can't and I won't show the videos of the bodies. But I have posted in the chat, you can see at the top of the chat, I have posted a link to my X account where I have been reposting videos from various sources, and you can go there if you want to see more videos. So I'm just also checking some more of the messages people are sending me. Again, there's a video floating around that purports to show the person who was taken into custody. I don't know if it really does. And the person is saying, sorry, I'm sorry. But I don't know if that's really that person. Man, some of the videos are just really terrible. Wow. I'm thinking of the videos remind me of what was it? Was it New Year's Day in New Orleans, that car attack? Just seeing all the terrible video of bodies on the ground. We have 28 minutes. 28 minutes until the press conference. This is interesting. What is this? AZ Intel found an interesting video from, who is this person? Somebody on X, and actually the person on X mentioned it to me as well. They posted a video that they said could have been the car. Hold on a second here. Let me reach out to that person. So there's someone named Chris Cavill who sent me a post he had made about 40 minutes ago where he said that he thinks he might have seen the car today. Was this today? Yeah, today. And he said the car almost hit him. I'm trying to see if I can get permission from him to show it. But even if I can't, hold on a second here. Give me 1 sec. Anyways, I can't confirm the video. The person says it said their feed says they're from Vancouver. I'll post a link to his post. I'm going to post a link to his post in the chat. His name is Chris Cavill, and he said that he has it looks like maybe a dash cam video that he thinks might show the same car in the wrong lane that almost hit him today. Anyways, if he gives me permission to show it, I'll show it to you. He said that was earlier today. He's not saying it was right before the accident. But again, I don't know that he's not sure it's the car. Thanks to AZ Intel for pointing that out as well. Yeah, we don't know if this was intentional. We just don't know right now. We're going to hear more in 24 minutes from the police. Borshi says that Deer Lake is 10 minutes from the scene. Hold on a moment here. Thanks, Borshi, for mentioning that. I'm looking at, I just looked up if it's the right place. There's a Deer Lake, which is about a 20-minute drive from where this happened. So it's in the area. Yeah, people have been sending me pictures of the front of the SUV. And again, I appreciate you sending it. I can't show it, but there's a bunch of pictures floating around of the SUV. The black compact SUV just smashed up in the front. Pierrette doesn't think it looks like the same car in that video. Again, I don't know. If I get permission to show the video, I will. Tony the Night Owl says, I think the police department is going to get heat over this. You mean the fact that there were no barricades? As I mentioned, the Vancouver Sun reported that 2 city councilors told them there are usually dump trucks for festivals in the area, and for whatever reason there weren't today. So dump truck barricades so people can't drive down. I'm sorry I don't have more information at the moment, but we're about 22 minutes away from the police update. The only report of numbers I've seen from a major news outlet is the report from Global BC's Catherine Urquhart, who said about an hour ago that sources are indicating that 8 are dead, including a child, and 6 are in critical condition. This is a developing situation and the numbers could change. There is an election on Monday in Canada, national election. Ronnie says, on purpose or accident, we do not know. Maybe we will hear more in 20 minutes. Update from police in 20 minutes. Okay, I have an update from Reuters here. Multiple dead, injured in Vancouver after vehicle plows into street festival. Reuters says a number of people were killed and multiple others were injured in Vancouver after a driver drove into a crowd at a Filipino street festival. In the Western Canadian city, police said Saturday the driver has been taken into custody. The incident happened shortly after 8 p.m. One witness told CTV News he saw a black vehicle driving erratically in the area of the festival just before the crowd was struck. That's interesting. One witness told CTV News he saw a black vehicle driving erratically in the area of the festival just before the crowd was struck. Yoseb Varda, co-owner of the food truck Bao Buns, said in an interview with Post Media, according to Reuters, I didn't get to see the driver. All I heard was an engine rev. I got outside my food truck. I looked down the road and there's just bodies everywhere. He went through the whole block. He went straight down the middle, said this food truck owner. And then, I don't know these pictures. The pictures really don't show very much there that they have posted, but about 17 minutes now until the press conference or update, whatever it is, from police. AZ Intel and others have posted a picture of the car. I will post a link to it in the chat. If you haven't seen the photo of the car, Brighton says the police in Vancouver often take a catch and release approach with mentally ill suspects. Now, I can't confirm that myself. It's a good question as to, did this person have mental illness? Did they have past encounters with the police? As I mentioned, Catherine Urquhart of Global BC News said, she said, I'm told the suspect has a history of mental health challenges, and she said the suspect may have had interaction with police as recently as yesterday, a police source said. Cam Barry, our viewer, says, I was there around 6 p.m. waiting in that exact spot. I am just checking a couple different sources here. About 15 minutes till the police update. We will see what they have to say. By the way, DH News said there are that there are 170,000, where is it here? Filipinos living in British Columbia. Yes, I have found a website where it talks about this. Right here. British Columbia, BC Gov News. This is a post from 2024, and it says here, Filipinos have a long history in British Columbia dating back to the 1880s when a small community lived on Bowen Island. More than 170,000 Filipinos call the province home. Filipino Canadians are the fourth largest visible minority group in Canada and the third largest in BC. BC's Filipino population is expected to more than double by 2041. Mula says, I live in East Van. There is a huge Filipino population here. Okay, about 14 minutes or so till the police update. I am hoping we get video of the police update. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Hang on one moment. Haven't seen any updates from the police after that initial post they made hours ago. And I'm sorry, I'm just looking around to see if I can find you any more updates before the police update. But we're about 10 minutes away. I've been checking some of the Canadian outlets and news outlets, and I haven't seen anything big and new late in the last few minutes from them. Will they identify this person that is in custody in about 10 minutes? Don't know. I also don't know when the last time there was some sort of vehicle incident like this in Canada. I'm sure some of you do. In Toronto, like 10 years ago, said Big Legends. I just looked up online. I found some different incidents, but so Wikipedia says there was in London, Ontario, there was a truck attack in 2021. A man rammed a pickup truck into a family of Muslim, Pakistani, Canadian pedestrians in London, Ontario in 2021. 4 people were killed and the 5th was wounded. No, it's not. I mean, there's differences. I don't even know if this was an attack today. I'm going to look up the one in Toronto people are mentioning. Yeah, 2018 attack in Toronto. The Toronto van attack, 2018, that's from Wikipedia. A vehicle ramming attack in April 2018 when a rented van was driven along Yonge Street in Toronto. The driver targeted pedestrians, killing 11 and injuring 15. That is the deadliest vehicle ramming attack in Canadian history. We don't know if today was an attack. But 11 people died in that one, and that's the deadliest vehicle ramming attack in Canadian history. Wikipedia says that attack in 2018 is characterized by some as misogynist terrorism because it was motivated by revenge for perceived sexual and social rejection by women. Anyways, if you want to read about this one, go to Wikipedia. They have an article up there, 2018 Toronto van attack. That's different from today, obviously. People are saying the street in that article is pronounced Young, so I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Okay, I am not from there. We have about 7 minutes until this briefing is supposed to happen. We will be getting information. I'm hoping I have video of it, but I don't know for a fact I will. So I just have to kind of wait and see here. You know, another question is just, was the person on something? Right? We don't know if the person was on some sort of substance or was taking some sort of medication. No, again, I don't have any access to video at the moment. So, but I'm hoping to get some of the press conference. I just have to wait and see. Yeah, I can't just take a news station's feed and play it on my channel, just to be clear. About 5 minutes. For those of you who have not seen the videos, many of you have, but a car drove down a street with food trucks on either side of it at a street festival, hitting many people, killing and injuring multiple people. This is a Filipino festival in Vancouver, in South Vancouver, called the Lapu Day Block Party. The driver is in custody. The Vancouver Sun had reported that the driver was telling bystanders he was sorry, and sources say he appears to have been suffering from mental health issues. One reporter from Global BC said, "I'm told the suspect has a history of mental health challenges." So it is now 11:57 p.m. local time. Very soon, update from police. Haven't heard much lately otherwise. Certainly, again, thoughts with everybody injured and condolences to the families of those killed. I will, if I get video of the press conference, I will stream it. If I get video that I'm allowed to show, I will stream it. I do not know if I'll have it. I just don't know at this point. I don't even know how they're doing it. I don't know if there's a podium or if they're just going to like have somebody talk to reporters. Thank you again to all of our moderators. I really appreciate you being here. We have moderating right now people like over there on Twitch, Bastion Girl, David Green, Matthew Kohai 3, Sarah, and Kay Larry Body, Margaret Riley, Christina Neal, Paul Anderson on Facebook. Thank you. Also, thanks to Relila over there on Twitch and Slim Fozzie. And Linda Belk, Larry, Misha on X. All right, any moment now, this thing is supposed to happen. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Breaking news, there's an update. There's an update that was just released. I don't know if this is it. This is just posted. Vancouver police. A suspect has been arrested after several people were killed and multiple others injured. At approximately 8:14 p.m., a man drove into a large crowd of people attending the Lapu Day Festival. A 30-year-old suspect, a Vancouver man, was arrested at the scene. The investigation is ongoing and being led by the Vancouver Police Department's Major Crime Section. I'm not even sure they're going to do a press conference. This just got released right now. This just got released. Maybe this is the update. A 30-year-old suspect, a Vancouver man. No, this was literally just posted at 3 o'clock a.m. This was posted 1 minute ago. This is a different update than they posted a couple hours ago. Yeah, as one of our viewers' interrogation files mentioned, I don't see CBC showing a press conference right now. And I'm not seeing it other places. It doesn't mean it's not happening. But I do know that this post just got posted. So the suspect is a 30-year-old man from Vancouver. Also, you can see it was 43rd Avenue. Well, we were talking about how the video seems to show us that it was on 43rd Avenue. That video with people on the ground between food trucks on either side of the street. They do say it was near East 43rd Avenue and Fraser Street. Now, I don't know if they thought it was terrorism. Would the Major Crime Section be investigating it or somebody else? I don't know enough about that to read into that at all. Interrogation file says Canadians love our Filipino community. Such a heartbreaking event. You know, to be fair, I mean, we heard there was, I actually have here. B&O News sent me the press release from the police. They said, yeah, to be clear, and I probably should have been more careful about this. The media, the note that was sent to media a couple hours ago said that the police chief would provide an update to media tonight around midnight. An update. Now, that doesn't say press conference. At the same time, it did say members of the media should gather, which suggests it's going to be some sort of in-person thing. But I'm not aware that that's happened yet. And I don't know that that's going to happen. Something else that might happen is if the police chief goes out there, he might just read that statement and then take a few questions. But I mean, look, that just got posted by the police. So I don't know if we're going to get much more than that. Stuart Fuller says, I am listening on News 1130. They are still awaiting the press conference. But I'm looking at a CBC video, a live video that I can't show you on YouTube, and they're not showing it at this moment. So maybe they'll have it. Hang on a second here. Someone said the presser is live. Well, I'll have to wait. If it is, I'll have to wait for details myself because it's Reuters is not showing it. AFP is not showing it. I am not seeing it on their social media. So I have a CBC feed that I can see that's not showing it. One of our viewers says, I'm watching Global News. It's not started yet. Another viewer says it's not on CBC News. Yeah, a number of our viewers are saying it's not live. So one of our viewers mentioned City News. Again, I can't steal a feed, but I'd like to be able to listen to it. One of our viewers said it's on our local city news channel. Hang on one moment here. Give me a moment. Okay, hold on. I can listen to it. It's on City News. Citynews.ca, vancouver.citynews.ca.video. I'm actually going to post a link to, I'm going to post a link to it so you guys can watch it. And let me listen to it. I'm posting a link right now. I just posted a link in the chat. Let me mute myself so I can hear it. One moment. Okay, so I'm watching it right now. People taken to multiple hospitals. They're not releasing a number of people. Can you give us a sense of how many people, how many it is? A sense of how many? He's being asked how many people. He says it's multiple injured and multiple fatalities. So it sounds like they're not giving numbers of people dead and injured right now. He's saying family members still have to be contacted. So no numbers being given. They are not putting numbers out right now. Motive, it was a lone male. Hold on. He says there's no motive yet. Everything is on the table. They're still investigating it. He said he would be speculating if he put out a motive. The suspect was known to police in certain circumstances, he said. He's being asked about why there were no barricades, and he's saying that the city assesses the different events in the city and what kind of security they need there. The suspect was taken into custody by people in the crowd. So again, no numbers being released of the number of people killed and injured. No motive being released. And I'm sorry we don't have the press conference. I just don't have video of it I can show you. But I'm keeping it. I'm watching it myself on a link I posted in the chat. I'll post the link again for you. It's City News. Thanks, people, for letting me know. I'll post the link so you can watch it. I just posted the link again. He is saying that this event was assessed. From what I gather, they're getting some questions about why there were not like dump trucks blocking, from blocking cars from driving in there. Now, Justin said they said a barrier was removed. I'll have to go back and watch it because I missed some of this. I didn't see that part, if he said it. Is there going to be another news conference? Hold on one moment here. Hold on. They're not releasing information at this point of the person's interactions with police, the suspect. He did. It sounded like he might have said that there's going to be something in the morning. Is there going to be a press conference in the morning? Lady Tiger official said he said in the morning, believe. I thought I just heard him say something about in the morning. Yeah, a number of people are saying they said they're going to have more information in the morning. He was asked if the suspect was on bail, and he says, I didn't really hear what he said. He said, we're going to have more for you in the morning. More for you in the morning, he said. Hang on, I'm just checking this out. They're taking 2 more questions there. He said additional briefings in the coming hours. Don't have details about whether the suspect was impaired when driving. Okay. So hang on give me 1 second here. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. So again, some of you guys were watching the whole thing. The part I saw, they didn't give numbers of people killed and injured. And they didn't talk about a motive. They said everything's on the table. I don't believe, did they give a name of the person? I didn't see one. He's a Vancouver resident. A number of our viewers are saying nothing new. I saw a bunch of it. Again, I'm very sorry I didn't have video of that for you. Just once. Usually I get video of these things, and for that I just didn't have it. But I did post a link for you so you could watch it. I don't mind doing that. Again, the 30-year-old Vancouver man is the suspect who was taken into custody originally by citizens at the event. Sadistic Angel says they won't release any information on victims until loved ones are informed. Is that what he said? I did hear him talk about other family members being informed. Yeah, to repeat some of the stuff that we heard earlier, reporting, a reporter for Global News BC, Catherine Urquhart, she had reported that sources are indicating there are 8 dead, including a child, and 6 are in critical condition. That's what Catherine Urquhart had said earlier tonight. She also said that the numbers could change. She also said, I'm told the suspect has a history of mental health challenges. And she also said suspect may have had interaction with police as recently as yesterday. Now, in that presser, the police, was it the acting chief? He did say that there was some sort of, if I remember right, some sort of past interaction. He was known to police, I think, in certain circumstances or something like that. So we don't know. I don't think he gave the specifics on what the past, how the police knew of this person. Golden Goose thinks thinks the city is liable for it, for what, not having dump trucks or something? There were some questions on that. Cheryl Simpson said they are concerned for the 40K race. Is it in the morning tomorrow? It's still ongoing for security. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second here. Hold on. You know what I can do? Let me just, I have something else I can watch, and let me just make sure. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 sec. I don't know if I'm watching a different CBC feed. There's a CBC feed which I can see on YouTube. I'm in the US, and they cut to the press conference like when he was taking questions. Although maybe he didn't say much before taking questions. Yeah, again, I didn't have video of it. I don't have video of everything, so I didn't have video of it. Oh, hold on. I might have a video. Well, that's aftermath video. What's this? Oh, that's for later. It's too bad that the police themselves didn't show it. But anyways, I was keeping an eye on it, and from what I saw, there was not much new information. Oh, sorry. I gotta do this. So Uh, oh, the CBS News, when the CBC cut to it, it wasn't live, or somebody said it was a replay or something. Anyways. Did anyone else see anything significant that I missed? I've been looking at the chat. One of the viewers sent me another video of it, which again, I can't just steal the video. Maybe I can hear the start of it. Hold on a second here. Hold on, hold on. One moment. Okay, I'm going to post a link. One of our viewers, Crypt Magic, sent me a link to the press conference. This person, Kim Bolin, I guess, recorded it. So I'm going to post a link to it and you can watch it. It was about 10 minutes long and it was a short statement by police and then took some questions. So I just posted the link. It's a link on X and you can actually just go watch it. But she's with the Vancouver Sun, actually, who posted it, Kim Bolin. But I saw most of it. Anyways, you can go watch it. I was sort of interested to hear again a couple of the things he said about the suspect. Hang on one moment. Yeah, so again, I'm not aware that he gave a name of the suspect. I don't believe he did. No exact numbers of people dead and injured given. No motive yet. That's being investigated. Yes, 30-year-old male suspect. That was already released in their press release. All right. Well, I guess sounds like they're going to give more updates in the hours to come. He specifically said in the morning. I don't know where that's going to be. Again, the person is, they said that they had some, what was the specific language he said? That the suspect was, I believe, known to police in specific circumstances or something. Let me get the exact quote from him. Hold on. Yeah, he said the suspect was known to police in circumstances, and he was asked if the suspect had had interaction with police in the last 2 days, and he said, I can't answer that. One moment. Yeah, so they were asked about why no dump trucks blocking off the street, and he said that they do undergo an assessment, and they're going to be they're going to be looking into the assessment of the event, but there was not a real detailed discussion of that. So we do not have much more information right now. Oh, Tyler Cooper said that it's a 10K. Yes, yeah, I think you're right about that. 10K, not 40K. Race tomorrow. The Vancouver Sun Run is Sunday, the 27th today, and that is, I guess, still happening. I think they talked about it. 10K course. Did they say it's still happening? I didn't hear that it was canceled. Someone will say in the chat. Elcock says the sun run is on. He said that Max's mom says he said the sun run was still a go. All right, well, look, I mean, that's what we have right now. Yeah, I'm not aware of anything else that he said that we didn't go over already. So, anyways, it's possible we'll do another stream on this if there's big news on it. I don't know when everything's going to be released and when they'll give when at some point certainly the suspect is going to be identified, and they will talk more to the police about how they knew him in certain circumstances. So, right now we just know he's a 30-year-old male and from Vancouver. And there's some reporting suggesting he may have had mental health issues. And a report from a Global BC News reporter that says that he may have had interaction with police as recently as yesterday. Okay, well, look, Gemini Rose says probably his prior offenses. We don't know that. We don't know. And we have no idea about a motive. Okay, well, anyways, again, I don't really have much more I can tell you at this point. But it's a terrible incident. There's lots of number of really graphic videos of people on the ground after being hit by the car. It's really bad. And we'll have to wait and see what the police say as they continue their investigation. Yeah, I'll post a link to it again. I did not have video of the press conference. I was following along with it, and but if you do want to watch it, it is. I'll again post a link where you can go watch it. It was not very long, about 10 minutes. I just posted the link in the chat. Okay, so anyways, thoughts with the people of Vancouver. Certainly condolences to the however many people it was who were killed. We don't know how many. Again, one report from Global BC said sources were indicating 8 dead, 6 in critical condition. I don't know if those numbers will end up being accurate or close to accurate. But they have been reporting that for a couple hours now. So certainly thoughts with all those injured. Sounds like some people are injured very, very seriously, and thoughts with the entire community impacted by this. And I will, the Zedrick says we'll get more info in the morning. The police did say that in the presser. If I get stuff, overnight, if there's, we might do another stream on this, but if not, I will post updates on my X account. My X account is @Lookner, and I'll post stuff there as soon as I hear about it. So you can follow me there if you want, and if you want, you can subscribe and follow the channel if you'd like. We cover all kinds of live breaking news here without an agenda. Our viewer Jordan says RCMP will likely be silent till morning. We cover all kinds of live breaking news here without an agenda. I was planning on covering anyway the Canadian election on Monday night, so I assume that's still happening as scheduled, and I'm still planning on covering that. But we also have, as you can see from this stream, it's just another case where some breaking news happens where you don't know what's going to happen, and it just happens and we come on the air. I can't tell you in advance when this breaking news stuff is going to happen, but if you want to get a notification when we go live, you can sign up for our free notifications. They work great. We have a system set up on Discord, but it's easy to sign up, and then you get sent a notification whenever we go live. So I would encourage you to sign up for the Discord notifications. Actually, it just got posted in the chat. The mods will post it in the chat, the link to the notifications. So sign up for those. And oh, hold on here. Let's see what happened here. And our viewer Sal Hazari thinks this might affect the election and help the Conservative. I have no idea if this will have an impact on the election. But the election day is Monday. Excuse me. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and also a lot of you have been sending me updates during the broadcast and posting updates in the chat, and I really, really do appreciate you guys sharing that information and helping me get information. You've been a big help, so thank you. And hold on a second here. A huge shout out to our moderators as well. They're incredible. They're the reason that we can have chat rooms. We couldn't have our chat rooms without our moderators. And they're the ones keeping it civil and respectful in there. So thank you so much for being here. Janet B., Ruth Krafasi over there on YouTube, and all of our other YouTube moderators, thank you. Also our Twitch moderators like Bash and Girl, David Green 46, Matthew Kohai 3, Sarah, thank you. And all of our other Twitch moderators, Linda Belk, Larry, Misha on X, over there on Facebook, Kay Larry Body, Margaret Riley, Christina Neal, Paul Anderson, thank you. Thanks also AZ Intel, who gave me an early update about the story. I do appreciate that. And also, I owe some thank yous to people. Thank you for your support of the channel. Doug Ross, Jessica DeShark. Thank you. Interrogation Files, Golden Goose, CAC 813, Nikos Kostianis, Inhalation Aerosols, Mr. Captain Snacks, Thrilla DX, Shraggy Stern, and also Jim 1231 over there on Twitch. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have more information. You know, we'd all like more information, but we'll just have to wait and see what comes out in the coming hours and days. But they said they're still investigating a motive. I don't know if they have. I don't know if they even have an idea. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. Also, we have a chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not live. Our Discord chat, a bunch of our viewers like doing that. If you're interested in checking out the Discord chat, it's free. It's the same link as the link to sign up for our free notifications. Another way to know when we're going live to cover breaking news, you can follow us on X at Agenda Free TV. I always post there before we go live. Also, I post updates about the channel there. I'm sorry, by the way, that I didn't, after the presser, I didn't update really the ticker, but I don't think the ticker is very out of date at this point because there wasn't that much new in the presser that I don't know that there was anything I should change in that red ticker, but I apologize if I forgot to change something. Anyways, you can follow us on X Agenda Free TV. Also, a reminder, if you do subscribe, if you do watch us on YouTube, I would suggest turning on the notifications on YouTube because that's another way you can find out when we're live. But to turn on the YouTube notifications, what you need to do is you need to subscribe to the channel, and then you have to click on this bell and then choose all notifications. And I also want to thank our subscribers, supporters on Facebook, people who subscribe over there, like Rita Evans Lang and Sharon Klassen Gosselin, Susan Priest Buchner, Margaret Riley, Kay Lowry Body, and all of our other Facebook subscribers. Thank you. And also, hold on a second here. Where did this thing go? Thank you also for the stars, Susan Priest Buchner and Margaret Riley. Also on Twitch, thank you to our subscribers over there, including people like Shaggy and Wall Street Starchface, Billy Joe, and our other subscribers there, and all of our YouTube members. Appreciate you being members over there on YouTube, just to name a few. Ken Lance, Mr. T151, Crypto King, Barbara Emanuel, UV Lightning, CAC 813, Dr. McRib, DeAndre, Charlie Lima Papa, John Miller, Tinkerboo, all of our other YouTube members, thank you. So, okay, so again, terrible event, terrible incident, really awful, some really graphic videos, just awful. We don't know why this happened. We've heard that maybe this person had some mental health issues who was driving the car, but who knows at this point. And no motive released by police. So, with no name of the person being released by police. We're not even sure if it's the person in that video that was floating around that showed someone saying sorry and people yelling at him. Is that the person who was taken into custody? That hasn't even been confirmed. So, a lot to find out about this, but just a terrible event. People out at a street festival, a Filipino street festival, street festivals celebrating Filipino culture. A lot of the different people from the community out there, and this happens. Just really terrible. Spectral on White says, can't believe it came home from work in Vancouver. Okay, so I will post updates when I get them. If it works, if it works, maybe we'll do another stream on this depending on how things play out. And I am planning on covering the Canadian elections on Monday. But really, really bad. So again, and thank you for all of your help sending me updates, and people from Canada, local people from Vancouver sending information in as well. But I don't have anything else right now. Okay, so that is it for now. You've been watching our live coverage of this terrible incident, car driving into a crowd at a street festival in Vancouver, Canada. That is it for right now. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.